Today's episode is brought to you by Dan Kennedy's GameChanger DNA video training series. Click the banner on the sidebar to watch his free video training series.
Okay, welcome to this very special episode of No BS Live TV. I'm your host today, Bill Glazer. If you've been following what has been going on here at Glazer Kennedy for the past 5 days, you know that we're in the middle of a very exciting, first time ever, big Glazer Kennedy launch, where in just a short period of time, we will be offering Dan Kennedy's game-changing DNA system that will reveal Dan's most powerful secrets of attracting opportunity, support and cooperation from others, capital when needed, customers and clients in abundance, and of creating sustainable businesses that are up until this point has only been available this information to his very private clients. So in today's special DNA Game Changer recap show, Dan has a special video message for you asking you to help him to save all the entrepreneurs out there from shiny object syndrome and telling you how you can get involved and win some awesome prizes too. And we will share a short video clip of Dan Kennedy teaching 3 of his DNA Game Changer marketing strategies. Now you're going to want to get your pen and notebook out for this show, folks. All right, you got your pen and notebook ready? Let's get started the show. In a little bit, we're going to show you a short video clip of Dan Kennedy teaching 3 of his DNA Game Changer marketing strategies. If you have already watched it, watch it again. Most people catch 1 or 2 or even 3 things they didn't catch the first time watching or reading something. Now, before we show you that clip, I have a brief message from Dan, who wants to tell you about a contest he is throwing as an ethical bribe to get you to help him save all the entrepreneurs out there from what he calls shiny object syndrome. If you enter the contest, you will have the chance to win some awesome GKSC prizes. All right, here's Dan.
Hi everybody, it's Dan again, and I'm on a mission right now to teach 1 million entrepreneurs about the supernatural power of influence, and I need your help. If you know anything about me, you know I don't personally use the internet or send emails or texts, and I certainly don't use social media like Facebook, but I know a lot of people out there do, and right now I need your help to get more social media buzz, and I'm willing to ethically bribe you to help spread the word and save your friends from the shiny object syndrome. Here's what I'm going to do. I've teamed up with Contest Simple to give away 1 free ticket to the 2011 Info Summit in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the place where the richest and most successful marketers in the world come together to share the latest marketing secrets and form lasting multi-million-dollar joint venture relationships. We will also be giving away an Amazon Kindle loaded with all 7 of my truth-telling No BS books, along with 5 other business books. Get involved today. The more influence points you earn during the contest, the more chances you will have at winning a ticket to the event or winning the Amazon Kindle. The most influential people will have the best chances at winning these prizes. Get involved right now by clicking the big yellow sign up button and connect with the contest using your Facebook profile and start spreading the word.
All right, get involved right now by going to danscontest.com, DANSCONTEST.com, and clicking the big yellow sign up button and connect with the contest using your Facebook profile to start spreading the word. So this is what you've been waiting for. So I hope all you all have your pen and paper ready. And for the next couple of minutes, sit back, relax, and pay careful attention to the 3 DNA Game Changer strategies that Dan is teaching you today.
I'm about to teach. Yes, free. Get right down to it. Roll up sleeves and teach. I'm going to teach 3 different game changer marketing strategies that get hooked together as applications of one of the 7 gold keys. I'll take you through each of the 3, then connect them and give you the gold key. It is number 3 of the 7. If I say so myself, and I do, this teaching, given here free, can be worth $1 million or more to you if understood and applied, which finally I will prove at the end. Maybe you know my friend Joe Sugarman, made most famous by his blue blocker sunglasses commercials. I've known Joe for many, many years and studied him from afar before I ever met him. I've been to his magnificent beachfront home in Hawaii, and amongst other fun, there watched a Microsoft Big Cheese self-destruct like a cheap suit in a driving rainstorm, making a presentation to a room full of savvy direct marketers. The poor fellow was out of his league. Heck, he didn't even know what league he was playing in. Anyway, Joe Sugarman led the modernization of mail order to direct marketing as an innovative pioneer. He built a mail order giant called JS&A that for years was the dominant presence with multiple full-page ads in all the airline magazines, Wall Street Journal, and elsewhere for an endless parade of gadgets, some as mundane as the desktop electronic calculator, made mesmerizing, made fascinating, made status symbols, made gotta-haves by Joe's sales copy. JS&A was the inspiration for the sharper image. Anyway, I want to tell you about a very valuable marketing strategy I personally learned by theft from him. Joe called his company, JS&A, America's largest single source of space-age products. This was at a time of first man on the moon, of America absolutely fascinated by NASA. I believe Joe began calling his company this when it was an infant. It may never have outsold Radio Shack or even Sears in quantity of space-age products, but his company undoubtedly shipped the most such items from a single warehouse direct to customers, and they specialized only in such gizmos and gadgets. It was a clever truth. I recognized it as such when I first saw it. In 1983, when I created a company called Success Track, I dubbed it at birth the largest integrated publishing and training company on practice building serving the chiropractic and dental professions, which was true because ours was the only company at the time mixing the 2 kinds of doctors in the same seminars, selling them the same programs. Almost from birth, I've said that my No BS marketing letter is the largest paid circulation newsletter in its genre, which is teaching direct marketing strategies for non-direct marketing businesses. Today, its circulation is quite large, but the first month with 4 subscribers, the statement was still technically true. Ours is a 1-publication genre. When I first put out my magnetic marketing system, I labeled it the best-selling program of its kind, and kept to myself the fact it was the only one of its kind. It's now sold over $70 million worth, so it has earned its positioning. Joe says that you need to establish your authority, or your company's or product's authority, in every sales presentation, ad, letter, whatever, every single time, which is what he did for JS&A with his invented clever truth. I do it habitually for every creation, every client, every product, every offer, often by using the tactic swipe from him, the invention of a category of one in which you can instantly be number one. It's not the only way to construct a clever truth conveying great authority, but it's a good one. This is something you can bring to your communication about yourself and whatever you seek to exchange for money from the marketplace immediately. Make a note of it as establish your authority with clever truth. But there's more. This links to what advertising folks call positioning, or for existent businesses, repositioning. Simply put, you can present the same thing one way and get ho-hum disinterest and be seen as just one of many. Or you can present the exact same thing in a different way and be seen as exciting and different, even one in a category of one. Drive down any street where there's one fast food joint and you'll find a row of fast food joints, a blur of them. Where's the differentiation? Designed to be magnetic to a certain who. More than 10 years ago, Subway embraced a guy named Jared who went from fat to fit on a diet of Subway sandwiches. And this very influential message has fueled their growth to the #1 chain. It does take some very big brass balls to position a food shop selling foot-long loaves of bread as a weight loss program, but they've pulled it off. They successfully created a unique selling proposition-based positioning. That's the second. of my 3 points. I'll give you a quick illustration from the information marketing world where I mostly live. In the insurance and financial services industry, every insurance salesman and financial advisor wants more leads, more appointments, and more new clients. He wants to get them with less stress and struggle, and if he gets them by holding free seminars, he hates what they call plate lickers, people in the room just for the free food. The trade journals read by these financial professionals are chock full of advertisers promising to get them more leads, more clients, fill their seminars with a plethora of tools, more and better websites, social media, mailings, etc., and to boost their closing ratios with better sales presentations, PowerPoint presentations, and sales scripts and techniques. The ads offering all this tend to pull about 200 leads in any 1 month in any of these journals. A client of mine and I also sell means of getting more leads, more appointments, more clients, doing seminars without free meals, and closing more sales to this same industry. But we launched by advertising information titled, Creating Trust in an Understandably Untrusting World, the Secret Desires of Today's Clients and How the Financial Advisor Can Prosper by Fulfilling Them or Be Punished by Ignoring Them. Our ads pulled over 600 responses, 300% more responses, and better quality responses to boot. Our online marketing is kicking butt too. Why? We did a subway. We used unique positioning. Now there are lots of ways to find your unique positioning opportunity. There's 14 that I teach. One I've used is by focusing on what I'm not rather than what I am. That's my now famous No BS brand. Gluten-free foods and zero-calorie soft drinks share the same basic approach. However, being opposed to something, anti-something, as I am with No BS, is stronger positioning than just being absent something. If you'd like to do some research on that, I suggest 2 books, Propaganda by Edward Bernays and True Believer by Eric Hoffer. Okay, there's 2 of 3. Established authority is one, unique selling proposition-based positioning is a second. These 2 directly link to a very important secret from video number 1. The higher the income, the more you're paid for who you are, not what you do. That is a game changer. Now the third point, being on target with a motivational reason for buying. The most certain way to go broke and stay broke is insisting that everybody's your customer. It may be true that everybody could or even should buy your product, but it is never true that everybody is motivated to buy. A quick story. I had an info marketer client with a good system for dentists to make an extra $50,000 to $100,000 a year, using their offices only on Saturdays with somebody else doing all the work. The details don't matter. We quickly saw that the buyers were almost all 50 to 60 years old. We dug into why they were buying and discovered their motivation was to stack up money for retirement. This allowed us to devote more resources marketing only to dentists over 50 and to reposition the product and its story as the best way for a dentist to add an extra $500,000 to $1 million to his retirement fund in 5 to 10 years with no extra work and no savings taken from current income. Because we got on target with a buyer group's motivational reason for buying, we brought in huge sums at blinding speed easily. Now, I could tell you 100 different stories, very different in their businesses, with breakthrough results from precisely the same play, being on target with a motivational reason for buying. All 3 of these tactical applications are of the same influential communication and game changer marketing gold key number 3, which is people want something new, unusual, and different. Let me give live demonstration. At some point soon, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to have my entire GameChanger DNA system to use as your own on a fully guaranteed basis. And I hope I will have shown you enough value just in these free training videos to earn your trust and have you take me up on my offer. As part of that process, I have relied on gold key number 3 and all 3 of its applications just taught. I have worked at establishing authority as someone who hates BS and who has a long track record as well as current work that proves my ability to boost any business and guide any entrepreneur to riches. In video number 3, you'll see this application used in a different way. I've also used unique selling proposition-based positioning by making this about something entirely different than the next new little trick to stick onto a website or social media and merely boost its performance briefly. Instead, by selling to the very DNA or money-making capability, influential communication. Finally, I've incorporated motivational reason for buying that I'm certain is on target with a minority, but a significant-sized minority of viewers. This is for the person weary of shiny objects and gimmicks and random activity, ready for a serious and sophisticated approach. Again, let me emphasize, the applications of Gold Key number 3 that I've briefly introduced here can be used by anybody who will, using any communication media or venue. This is about making you and your messaging more powerful.
So if you want to see all the DNA Game Changer training videos Dan has made to date, go to www.GameChangerDNA.com. You see that URL right on the screen right now. He is releasing a new training video in just 2 days on September 22nd and will be streaming a live training on September 27th. Again, go to www.GameChangerDNA.com. Check out all the previous training videos and make sure you are signed up to receive email notifications when the trainings are released. Okay, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.